It's been a rough work day. The boss is busting your ass. All you can think of is a nice cold glass of beer and sunshine. Life can get you down, but you can take all the licks. Nothing in this world out of beer and sunshine cannot fizz. Oh, it's a beautiful day for some beach in a tan. Grab a few friends, put your feet in the sand with some beer and sunshine. Oh, oh, beer and sunshine. Yeah, beer and sunshine.
Hey, beer and sunshine fans! Woohoo! We are live in the historic and beautiful Dunedin, and I am at Dunedin House of Beer, and we are in the brewery where all the magic happens. Like, this is like an awesome place. You can smell what's happening. And I have Andy Polce and I have Rick Clemo. You've seen Rick on our show before. We've done some stuff with him. We did the music festival. We've done lots of stuff with you. You're new to the camera. I don't think you've ever been on our camera before. So
lucky you.
Smile for show them your pearly whites. We got Tara over here who doesn't want to come on the show right now, but we're here at Dunedin House of Beer. There's lots of stuff going on over there in the. Do you still like to call that the tap room or?
Yeah, this is the HOB Brewing Company.
The HOB
over
Brewing
there
Company.
is the House of Beer.
Okay, so this is the brewing company. So are they two separate entities?
They're tightly coupled.
Tightly coupled. They're coupled. Are they coupled like a married couple? Are they coupled like a married couple or like somebody who's dating?
It's a free for all.
It's a free for all. Nice.
Now, we started the tap room about 9.5 years ago. Initially with 40 taps. Now we have 50 with the ciders and the wines. And about 3.5 years ago, we started brewing over here. Mm-hmm. And so this is the HOB Brewing Company. We make the beer and we roll it across the street. And then just most recently, we started distributing it all over 4 counties.
Which 4 counties?
Well, we were in Pinellas County, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were also in Pasco, Hernando, and Citrus County.
Nice. Did you guys hear that? You can go out and get that beer.
That's it. Get your favorite watering hole and ask for HOB beer.
Yes, HOB beer. HOB. Now, I mean, with this, I try a lot of beer, and I always go back to this. Like, the mango Hefeweizen is my favorite. I don't know what it is about it. I just love it.
Well, we've got the added advantage of most breweries you've ever seen have always started as a brewery and then they'll open an old tasting room. Mm-hmm. Rick and I started a tap house in February 2009, and so we've got to see about 6 years worth of what people like, what kind of beers they prefer. That's the kind of beers we wanted to make.
Right. I'm going to pull my chair back because I feel like there we go.
For years, for a long time.
Level is up,
yes.
There's a great beer from Lost Coast called Tangerine Wheat. It was among our best sellers.
Yes.
So when we started brewing, we wanted to make a similar beer. So I don't want to do Tangerine out of respect to them. They've done a nice job with that. So the Mango Hefe was born, and it's been an absolute home run. It's been our #1 seller night after night, and that was our first beer that we distributed with. Among our cores, the Mango Hefe. Our Cucumber IPA, which has become my favorite.
Oh, really?
Yes. Our Peanut Butter Blonde and our Golf Cart Amber. And now we have our Lazy Day APA. It's a terrific American Pale Ale. It's a crusher beer.
So how many do you guys actually brew here that are your own on tap?
Well, it varies. We try to keep anywhere from 10 to 12 on, but we have probably 75 different recipes that we roll through. We were brewing on a little 2-barrel system. We've upgraded to the 10-barrel.
Yes, this beautiful, I don't know if you guys can see this, but the beautiful 10-barrel system that's back here.
So with 2-barrel, it's a little easier to do variety because you're only making 4 kegs at a time. Now that we're pumping out 10 at a time and the distribution is pulling most of those, we try to mix it up and make some beers here. Try to keep at least 10 on, 8 to 10.
Now, do you still do small versions as test batches, or do you just do the whole?
We typically just do a half batch, which is 5-barrel.
And what's the newest one that you guys have rolled out?
Our double IPA, our body bag.
Body bag. Now, why is it called body bag? Because it's a double IPA and it'll knock you out flat?
That was the idea. I'm a fan of the 80s. I love Rick and I started as homebrewers long before we opened HOB. It's part of my favorite thing was naming beers. I love that. an Imperial Stout, the Ivan Drago, the Clubber Lang Porter, and the Body Bag. Big Karate Kid fan, and one of the cheesy lines was,
Yes,
"Put them in a body
yes,
bag,
put them in a
Johnny."
body bag. Yes, I'm going to slide over here so that I'm closer.
So, hence the Body Bag was born, and it kind of
Nice.
stuck, and I think it's on Rick's shirt.
Wearing it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. It's on the back of his shirt.
Yeah, one of our bartenders is a comic book artist, and he's done some graphics for us on some of our brands, and this is one of them. And
A little shout out to Michael Painter.
yeah, Michael Painter, go Michael.
Hey, Michael. Yeah. So does he do like a lot of your artwork, or?
He's done a considerable amount of it, yeah. And it's very unique. I don't know if I can turn around and you can take a view of it or not. I'm like, probably not.
You can try.
Now the cameraman's asleep right now, so we can back to that later. So
It is very nice. I'll get some pictures of it, and we can.
We'll hold one up later.
yeah,
How about that?
I'll get
That way
some
I won't have
pictures
to
for sure.
model it. He also did our Andy's Doghouse Red, named after this gentleman right here. And let's see what else. The Cool Cucumber, he drew that one up.
Yeah, cucumber graphics. Yeah, he's quite a talent.
So, what is your favorite?
It's like asking a mother what's her favorite child.
Love
them all.
You know what though? Mothers do say they love all their children, but I'm telling
Right.
you,
Yeah.
they do have a
And
favorite.
it also has to do with what time of day it is and
Mhm.
what's going on. I love the mango. You can drink that all day long. It's light, it's easy drinker. I'm an IPA fan by nature, so Cool Cucumber is really good. It's just got that hint of cucumber. I was an amber drinker forever, so Golf Cart Amber, I had him kind of make one like I like.
Mhm.
And it turns out a lot of other people like it too.
And what about you? What's your? You've got the cucumber there. But
Yeah,
is that your go-to?
It is. It's become my go-to. Both my wife and I are hop heads, and she'll always ask for an IPA, but none of that session shit, as she calls it. Give me some high ABV stuff. So at 6.9%, it's a solid. And our Caden, our master brewer, has done a wonderful job. Every beer he makes comes out perfectly balanced. They've really gone over well in the marketplace.
He's a master at balancing flavors. He can balance the hops to the other notes and make a smooth blended beer. He's just really talented.
Now it's too bad that he's not here.
He may pop in.
He was actually our very first guest on our
was.
very first show.
Really?
Yeah, he was.
Show them
You don't know what your employees are up
Back
to?
in the Sea Dog days?
No,
here.
he's from here,
He's
yeah.
from here. Yeah. He came on and he did our actual first show when we were in the studio. And I think he didn't have much of a background in brewing. He was just like a home brewer.
Nope, just the opposite.
Oh, really?
He'd never homebrewed before. He worked at Sea Dog as a waiter.
Yes, Sea Dog is a waiter.
And he said he showed that he wanted to get involved in the brewing business, the brewing part of their business. So they handed him a Scotch Brite and said, "Go clean everything that's stainless and come back in about 3 months and let me know if you still want to brew." And he did, and he learned how to take everything apart, clean it meticulously, which is really a cornerstone of a good brewer. And so he learned how to do all that, and then they started teaching him more about the brewing aspect. But he went through that hazing, I guess you'd call it.
Well,
And,
He had to make his bones.
It did, and
Yeah.
it taught him from the ground up. So he'd never been a home brewer, never did anything like that. But
I mean, his stuff is, he probably helps come up with a lot of the recipes
Absolutely.
for all the stuff that you have.
Yeah, over at Sea Dog, he was, say handcuffed, but they had beers that they had to make. He brewed a ton of the blueberry, a ton of their pumpkinhead, and he did a nice job with it. Here, he's gotten to flex his creative muscle. We get some input on some of the beers we like. The Cucumber IPA, for example, we were at an IPA fest like 4 or 5 years ago, and our friend Mike Hoffman, who owns a distillery next door, he made a Cucumber IPA, and I was just the first time I'd ever had anything. It was so obtuse, it was just wonderful. I said, when we start brewing, we got to make a beer like that. So we brought our juicer down, got our organic cucumbers, juiced them, figured out the right mix, and it's been another home run.
So it's pretty much trial and error. You get an idea of what kind of beer you want, and you gotta, because if it's something that you've never done before, of course, there's no
Exactly.
real recipe to
Right.
it.
he uses a little dropper and measures everything out by the milliliter and puts, and keeps
Oh
notes,
my
puts like a
goodness.
couple of drops in, stirs it. We do a tasting. The great thing about Dunedin is there's no shortage of people that have really sharp palate for beer. They really understand beer, so we tap into that and sit on the picnic table out the back, and put the little drops in, mix it up, and then taste it. Too much, too little, and then go from there.
No, this one, like I said, is my favorite. I've never tried that one. Can I have a little sip?
Yeah, you like IPAs?
while you're trying that, Thumper McKenzie wants to know if you guys have any special brews for Halloween.
There you go. Do you have any special brews for Halloween? Thank you, Thumper.
Yeah, our Oktoberfest is, I think they kegged half of it today, right?
They did, yeah. They were
Holy
taking-
smokes.
It's good, isn't it?
The body bag is inherently a Halloween beer just by the nature of the graphic.
And we're
Which I'll
doing,
show you later.
we're doing I get razzed sometimes because I really enjoy the Shock Top Twisted Pretzel Wheat. I just like that beer, you know. A lot of people like it, but it's Shock Top, man, you sell out. I'm like, all right, whatever. So anyway, we're making a sourdough pretzel beer.
Ooh.
We're going to treat our amber with sourdough pretzels. It's a favorite snack of the brew team, and Hayden liked the idea, so we're going to
Who
give it a
doesn't
shot.
like pretzels and beer?
Right.
And you get it all into one.
That's it.
I mean, come on. That is really, really good. I wouldn't think of having a beer with cucumber, but it works. It's
Something
like
about
it's
it.
really good.
It adds just the right amount of refreshment to it.
Well, I was here a couple weeks ago, and I tried the new orange rye, which is really good. And I had some of that. I'm not going to say it because I don't want to swear, but it's WTF happened stout. Now that is really good because there's no coffee, there's no chocolate. It's just the malt, and that's
Right.
it. Now, how did you guys come up with that one?
Well, Caden wanted to brew, and we were back in our 2-barrel system, and we hadn't got our grain order in yet. So he's like, WTF! That means, what am I going to make? He was going to make an IPA, and he's like, I don't have the grain for that, so what can I make? So he looked at the grain that he had, and he's, I can make a stout. So that's how I got the name WTF
Nice.
Stout. But,
Nice.
So he had the malted grain.
So-
and
We're going to go old school. We're going to go old school. So, I know
Hit me.
you've seen the show. We try and do a drinking game. So if people are watching, they can either be Team Rick, Team Andy, or Team Christina. We're gonna play 21 actually. So there's your first card.
Got a lot of
Your
experience.
first card. You have experience?
Oh
Oh no.
We're not playing against a dealer, just each other.
Playing against each other. Yeah, we're not gonna do the dealer. All right. Are you good?
Hit me.
Oh. Hit you?
Hit me. I know I'm going to lose. All right, I'm good. This guy.
Okay, hit me. Oh, shit. I busted.
80 wins.
19?
Nice.
I usually take a hit.
Oh, so we have to drink. Oh, crap. Well, thank you, audience. I mean,
Thumper said that sourdough pretzels are good.
yay. Thumper McKenzie is a great fan of ours. We actually met him at Big Storm, and he loves making the rounds. And I think has he been here? Ask Thumper if he's ever been here. I know he drives a motorcycle, him and his wife, so they kind of like to try and visit a lot of the breweries. So how many breweries are here now? I know the first time that we had you guys on, there wasn't that many, and I know a few new ones have opened. So how many are here in the Dunedin area?
We have 7.
7.
7 within walking distance.
Holy.
Yeah. That's,
Seven within staggering distance?
that's it. Not a lot of towns can boast that, so it's been a great beer destination for a number of years, but now with 7, it really is something for everyone.
Well, and that's the thing with craft beer and craft breweries. More does not mean competition.
Absolutely.
No,
No.
that's what makes Dunedin unique, and we've said this from the beginning. And I've seen this in other towns. Other towns don't get it. They fight. They catfight
Right.
over customers, my customers. You know,
Mhm.
they don't get it. Where Dunedin, more the merrier. High tide rises all ships. We're more of a destination, and it's really. I mean, we got some assistance from Michael Bryant Sr. with Dunedin Brewery. We opened. We helped Evan and Justin over there, Seven Sun, a little bit when they opened. So we've kind of paid forward, and it's we've got some of our bartenders have opened a brewery. Some of our best friends have opened a brewery. So it's become a neat little town.
Oh, I know. And, it's like you said, other companies are like, oh, I don't want this guy being next to me because he's competition. But it actually helps you guys.
It gives you 2 reasons to go to that part of town.
Yeah, exactly.
And Dunedin's always been kind of a pub crawl town. And,
Yeah.
especially since the HOB opened. And so, we see groups of people coming in all the time. And when you have a lot of options, then everybody gets to do something that they like throughout the night. You can,
Well,
there's a dance club, there's you can do shots
Exactly.
downtown, you can hit all the breweries, there's good food in town. It's just come in, you just bounce around and take a little bit from everybody.
Now, do you find like on the weekends that's what you get is you get some people that are bouncing around from place to
All the
place. They
time.
go one place to eat. They're like, we're here. Let's walk over to this brewery. Let's go to this one. And tourists as well do that.
Tourists do, yeah. And even the regulars come in groups, and they're regulars at all the places.
Now, I wonder, like in the brochures and stuff, if maybe they have that, or maybe it could be something they could put in that Dunedin is a place to go.
Their eyes have been opened. They
Yes.
realize what craft beer, what these breweries are doing to this town, how many people they're bringing in for the restaurants, the antique shops, the festivals, the hotels. So they got on board, and yeah, you're starting to see some more joint marketing and some more brew eating and beer Bermuda Triangle stuff. And
Now, by
beer
joint
feeding.
marketing, what do you mean by that?
Well, with this
Not,
big.
not,
Oh,
not
okay.
joint marketing.
We're not there yet. Right? We didn't pass
not
the
yet.
law that I missed.
Not yet.
Not the Colorado joint marketing.
No.
Yes.
Okay. All right, just checking. But I missed something. I'm sure I would have gotten an email.
No, but I mean, and I think too that would be a great thing because I mean we've gone to different festivals and we've met a lot of people who have retired, and one of the things that beer aficionados love to do is to go to different places and try different breweries, and that's probably why a lot of these places have come up. Well, there's the Tampa Bay Ale Trail, and there's like Pub Passport.
Yep.
There's all kinds of places that have these passports, and I think that also helps encourage people to go
It
to
does.
different
Try
places.
different places. We see that a lot, and that's kind of a microcosm when we started with our rail card. Nobody had really done anything like that down here. Old Chicago had some kind of loyalty thing, but what we did is we have 40 taps. We call it the rail, and for every beer you got a punch. And what it did, we incentivized folks to finish 1 card, 2 cards, 3 cards, all the way up to 10. And what it has done, it's forced them to get outside their comfort zone a little bit, try something they'd never tried before, and they discover, lo and behold, along the way, yeah, I like this kind of beer. So, yes, our roots are as a tap house, and we did expose craft beer to the masses, to the absolute masses. And I think that paved the way for a lot of these breweries in downtown, because now, it used to be a time 10 years ago, anybody could throw up 40 taps and be successful.
Right.
4 years ago, anybody could open a brewery and be successful. And now, the palate's getting a little more discerning.
Exactly.
Your product's got to be top notch. You got to have a good vibe, a good, establishment there. You're not gonna last.
No, and I mean, there's a lot of other places that have, different events and stuff going on to help bring people in. But ultimately, if you don't have the beer,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what you have going on.
Absolutely.
You've got to have, the staples, and you got to have, something that's new, something people haven't tried before to get them in your door. And then once they're there,
It's up to the juice to be good. And
Yeah,
I get
the
asked all the
juice.
time. You too, probably. Are we at a saturation point? And I said, I don't think all of these breweries are going to make it. Now, some of them will last on just their tasting room, but we've seen some of them already shut their doors. If your beer is not up to snuff,
yeah,
You'll be blown out of the water.
Yeah.
they're just, you can't hide that very long.
No,
10
and I
years ago,
mean-
you could have.
I mean, this is up to snuff, like I said. Like
Yeah.
every time I come to Dunedin, this is where I go because the beer is really good. So we're getting close to taking a break, so we're going to take a break here. Everybody can go and get yourself a nice drink, and if anybody's down in Dunedin watching us live and wants to come on down and say hi. And we're back here in Dunedin House of Beer, but we're in the Dunedin Brewing Company, the HOB Brewing Company. We played one round of 21. You won. So you get to be the dealer this time to bring us in.
You want to cut?
Good luck.
I don't know. I'm not very lucky.
All right. Good deal.
So, while we're dealing these out, maybe Rick can tell us, or you can, how you find Gentlemen Met.
Well, I had just moved into the neighborhood that Andy was living in, and I was out walking my dog, and I walked by, there's this garage door open, and there was carpet on the floor, and it looked like a Ms. Pac-Man game, inside the garage. And the TV was on, I think probably the Gator game was playing, more than likely. It was a Saturday. And I'm like, this looks, and I look and I see there's 2 tap handles on a refrigerator. Now, this was in 2000, way before people had kegerators on a regular basis. Once again, he's ahead of his time on things. But I saw 2 tap handles on a refrigerator in my neighborhood with games. Like, I got to meet this guy, So my poor dog, I walked her back and forth in front of his driveway until he came out of the door. I'm like, "Hi, my name's Rick." And so we got to know each other. We both were home brewers, and so we joined the local Dunedin Brewers Guild together, and we come down to downtown Dunedin, usually at Skips or at Dunedin Brewery, and we'd meet with those guys and learn about brewing beer. But the friendship didn't really get cemented until a few months later. I was throwing a house party, and it was Labor Day or Memorial Day. It was hot as hell, and I had a half barrel of because I had good beer. I had Killian's Red. Because at that time that was much better beer than it in other Americas.
Boy, how we've evolved.
Oh my goodness, yeah, that was again 2000, maybe 2001, probably 2000, and it was a hot day, pool party. Had probably 50, 60 people there. We killed that keg in an hour.
Wow.
I'm like, oh my god, we just got started. So Andy was there, and I turned to him. I'm like, "Do you got any beer in your kegerator?" And he's like, "I got about this much Anchor Steam. Like, can I borrow it?" And he said, "Sure." Anybody who will loan you
Exactly.
keg out of their kegerator, that's a friend for life.
So did you guys do the whole, when you asked him that, did you do the whole stepbrother thing? Like, do you like beer?
Yeah.
I like beer. Yep.
That was before
Did we just become
stepbrothers.
best friends?
Yeah,
Yep.
that was way before.
That's good. Yeah.
I grabbed my hand truck, and it was about 10 houses or 8 houses away. We went over and grabbed the keg and rode.
Nice.
And I think we had to grab the Sankey too, if I remember right. And we got over there, and everyone was applauding. Meanwhile, I sent somebody to go get some more beer. But
So the thought never entered your mind that maybe it was his way of luring men into his garage?
Men.
he did have a lot of.
Yeah, see? He had the Pac-Man game, he had a kegerator there, right there. And the carpet and a game
You
plan.
got me. Hey, do you want to hit?
That's all
Yeah.
like 4 warning signs, is it not?
Busted.
I'm staying.
You're staying.
I'm
All right.
staying.
I got 13. I'm going to hit. 14. Hit. It's 20.
Ah, shit. Shoot,
shit.
I had 19.
Yep.
So
There you go.
he busted, I have to drink.
Both of you, right?
Yeah. I don't mind. Because that stuff is fantastic.
Is that deal again?
No. We're gonna talk some more.
Good.
But if it makes you feel better to shuffle the cards, you go right ahead. So let's talk a little bit about, seeing how it is September. October is coming up.
Yes.
You've got some things.
We do. It's my favorite time of year, always has been. I love Oktoberfest. Oktoberfest, the weather starts to cool, football season kicks in, no better time of year. Went to the Oktoberfest in Munich in 04 with a bunch of friends. My wife's been to it a few times. We used to throw big Oktoberfest bashes here. And I told Rick, some of the funnest times I can remember is taking my little guy to the Oktoberfest at Dunedin Community Center, Highlander Park, the Midway. We drink good beer, music, and it's been long since gone. And was able to convince the city, hey, let us bring it back. Let us restore it to its former glory. So they don't want any part of a Midway, which is fine, but we're going to have 4 bouncy houses, kid zone stuff. I got an 80 by 120 foot tent. We're going to have our beer. We're going to have nothing but our beer and beers from Munich. We want to keep it authentic, traditional.
How are you going to get the beers from Munich?
Through distributors here. Like,
Nice.
have to be one of the big 6, like Hopbrau, Paulaner, Spaten, Augustiner, So we got a couple local restaurants that are doing German dishes. We've got the King Guy's band, who played over there at Disney, and so it should be a great party. So September 23 and 4 in Dunedin, Highlander Park, and then 2 weeks later we're turning it around in downtown Clearwater, Coachman Park, October 6, 7, and 8.
Doing the same thing down there.
Same thing down there. So we're spreading the love, the stuff we love the most.
And Clearwater's never done an Oktoberfest, so this will be brand new to them. And for Dunedin, it's been quite some time since they've had a authentic Oktoberfest.
So are you gonna have like Oktoberfest games and activities?
Chicken dance will be there as well.
Chicken dance! Oh my goodness! Well,
Stein holding contest.
Yeah.
I know a chicken that might show
Make
up
an appearance.
and do a chicken dance, and the Stein holding. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it. We have like a schnitzel eating contest or something like that.
We haven't got that far yet.
Nah. I don't know if you want people that are
Probably
full.
aren't going to do that. Yeah.
People that are full of beer probably shouldn't.
Right.
There's a lot of cleanup.
Yeah, a lot of cleanup. Do you have anything else that you have coming up besides the Oktoberfest?
Yeah, we've been doing more things in Clearwater. I think we alluded to when you did the the September or the May 20th craft beer and music fest we did in Clearwater. We're working on a project in Clearwater, so we're doing more things with the city of Clearwater. And in between the two Oktoberfests, we're working with the great Frank Chevis
Absolutely.
and the Super Powerboat races. That's a whole weekend event for those of you that are familiar with it. We're expanding it this year. We're part of it, and it's going to be a block party on Friday, black honkies.
The Baystar Restaurant Group is who puts on the powerboat races down there. And so on Friday night, the Black Honkies are playing. It's free admission all week.
Nice.
You can go down and touch the boats, see the drivers, get their autograph, and things like
Parade.
that. They're going to parade the boats all around downtown.
So what's the date of this again?
That's on, you tell them, Andy.
September 29th, 30th?
Yeah,
Friday, Saturday. It's in between the two Oktoberfests.
Yeah,
Okay.
29th and 30th.
All right.
Friday's the 29th and 30th, yeah.
Sunday's the 1st. The actual boat race is going to be at Clearwater Beach on the 1st.
On the Sunday.
On the Sunday the 1st. But yeah, September 29th and 30th. Tony's Pizza Restaurante in downtown Clearwater also on Saturday. He's throwing a party, a block party. And he'll have live music. It's all free admission for that. We'll be pouring beer out on the street. We're blocking the street, Cleveland Street down. So from Cleveland Street all the way down to Coachman Park will be a wet zone. You guys can walk around with beer, listen to music, have a good time.
So do you guys have to get like special licensing
Yes.
to be able to
All
block that
kinds of
off?
paperwork.
Yep.
Yeah, I betcha.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to get paid.
Everybody
Yeah.
needs to get paid. So you said it's free?
Free admission.
Free admission. So are they going to have to get like bracelets or?
Well, to drink, they'll have to have a ID and
Yeah. So if you're gonna partake in any of those events, definitely bring your ID.
Yep.
Because you're gonna be ID'd. Uber it if possible.
Trolley, Uber.
Trolley,
Yeah.
Uber, yes, because Beer and Sunshine promotes drinking and beer, but we also promote safe drinking and beer. So if you can get a designated driver, Uber, trolley, I don't know.
Pregnant friend.
Pregnant
That's always a
friend,
good one, yeah.
somebody pulling you on a wagon,
Yeah.
however you can get home, without drinking and driving, that's fun. So of course, around the bend is Christmas, and I hate to talk about Christmas because, everybody's like, oh my gosh, but you know what? We're in September already. Christmas is just 3 months away.
Be here before you know it.
I know. So do you guys have anything planned for maybe special beers around the holidays?
I'm sure we will.
Get Caden,
Right
get
now
Caden in
we're,
here with some spices and...
Yeah.
Right now we're struggling, keeping up with the production and everything. But Caden's got all the fermenters full. As soon as one gets empty, he puts another one in. If we put a little bug in his ear about something spicy for Christmas, I'm sure he probably already has it on the books.
Eggnog and cinnamon and something.
Can you really mix eggnog in beer?
I have no
Cinnamon
idea.
in beer, maybe, but the eggnog? I'm
Candy
not...
canes.
This is why we have Caden design the recipes.
Right.
We just throw a little idea out there, and then he takes it.
Turkey and cranberry flavored
There you
beer?
go.
Gravy flavored beer?
Like he said, we just started distributing, so we've been focusing a lot of the big system on satisfying distribution, making sure we don't have out of stock issues. So it's cut into some of these pilot batches, experiments we want to do, because we all have kind of beers we want to make.
Right.
That the sourdough pretzel will be a nice fall seasonal. I've been after a pepper beer forever. I love big pepper beers. Give you a little burn in your throat,
Well, I don't know if you've been to Infusion at all, but they do a beer and it's called Pep in Your Step with peppers and stuff. Yeah, it's got the burn. It's got the burn. Yeah. So they're all regulars at Infusion, and Infusion is Trinity Place.
Okay.
You go down Mitchell. Trinity Place. It's by in between Fiddler's Green and Domino's Pizza.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Hey, he made one. He made it. It was delicious. It was very approachable and it sold well. I like the burn. I want a little more heat, But what he made was very more mainstream and it sold well. It was great.
I actually think he brought that to our first show as a sample.
Heavy pepper aroma.
Yes, I think he brought
Nice
that.
light pepper. I think it was a full block.
It was a lemon pepper or something like
Oh,
that.
that's the lemon pepper wit.
That's
Yeah.
more of a that's more of a cracked
Okay.
black pepper.
No, that one was really good
International
too.
symbol for cracked pepper.
It was that one.
Yeah.
International.
It's the international symbol for cracked pepper.
Nice.
Just so you know.
Yeah, so the expansion's gone well here. We're also going to, this location, for those of you who can't see, we're right on the Pinellas County Trail. It's right here, right out our back door. We are going to put we're going to open up this wall We're going to put about a 40-foot bar. We're going to have a big patio all the way to the trail. Should be a great destination, another great destination in Dunedin. So we'll be able to, you can sit inside, you can sit outside, you can look at the stainless, watch life go by on the trail. So
Yeah.
look for that coming soon, 2018-ish.
Soon.
Yeah, Rick and I had a discussion about that. He had showed me this before, even all of this got in, and he was saying that that was the plan, was to open this up so that, people can be in here or at the bar, see the bicyclists ride by.
Right.
So you're gonna have like maybe parking park the bike in.
You can ride on up.
Is that international symbol for
That
parking a bike?
is the international symbol
Must
for
be
park
more
the bike.
French or something. I don't know. Maybe it's French Canadian.
It is. Park a little bike.
Well, we're going to give this property a little workout on Halloween, actually October 28th. We're going to have a monster mash here, and we're going to put a big
Nice.
tent out in the parking lot. We're going to have our beer trailer flowing. We're going to have 4 bands. It's free admission to come in. We'll be selling beer out here, and so we're gonna try the place out with a big old party on.
You guys gonna have like some food and stuff around too?
We're gonna have food trucks. Yeah, we'll have food trucks here, so it'll be beer, food trucks, bands,
Beer,
costumes.
food, band,
Here's
costumes.
Halloween. We
Yes.
have best costume.
That sounds like a lot of fun. And the town of Dunedin has been really supportive of all the stuff that you guys are doing.
Yeah, the folks here, most places are buoyed by your locals.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got a great local following. We wouldn't be where we are today without them.
Fantastic.
Somebody wants to know about motorcycle parking.
Oh, yeah. Do you have motorcycle
Okay,
parking?
right out there, there's signs. We have 5 dedicated spots for golf carts and motorcycles where it's always free parking.
Always free parking for golf carts and motorcycles.
Yay! So they don't have to do this.
No, I know.
French Canadian.
French Canadian. I know. I said that joke once about when people pass away, unfortunately, that they should bury them with their butt in the air, and it's
Parking for motorcycles.
parking for motorcycles and bicycles. It fits right in the middle of those butt cheeks, and it's not going anywhere.
That's disturbing.
I am Canadian.
America's hat.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we are. So, who won the last round? We'll
Me.
end with a round. So, I don't think you have been.
I have not won yet, so I'm gonna do that.
Maybe this is the time that you win. Rick.
What a cool. Got
Oh,
skills.
okay.
All right. I'm gonna put $100
I
on
didn't.
this one.
I didn't know that I was playing with a professional. I thought this was just for fun.
We need to legalize gaming in this town.
Oh boy, I don't know. I hate.
Hit me. Hit me. I'm good.
Wait a minute.
That's an 8.
I know. I got to do the math in my head. Just a minute.
Always
Out
split
of
8s.
10.
Hit me once.
Oh.
Oh, I'm good.
Can I double down?
You can double
Yeah.
down. That means you have to drink
I'm
twice
gonna
if you
double
lose.
down. Okay. Well, all right.
19,
19.
I busted.
and bust.
You guys tied, so.
Social.
Social.
win.
In Nova Scotia we say sociable. Sociable. And speaking of Nova Scotia, Dunedin actually is Scottish. Nova Scotia is Scottish. So do you guys have any events that kind of take in the whole Scottish
The town
vibe?
does a lot of those.
Town does, yeah.
And you guys partake in some of those? or-
Yeah, we're you're gonna see our beer at some of these, like the Highland Games, Celtic Festival, things like that. We're working on getting our beer there. We certainly participate. I've been out there pouring at those events. We have some the parades. What's that? The march that they do.
Was that the international for the march?
The kilts, Scotland Parade.
Bagpipe march?
Yeah,
No, bagpipe is this. Whee!
that's something else when I was little.
Okay, I'm not even touching that.
But yeah, we got a great.
Oh, you're not.
No.
She knows that. I told her not to.
I thought she was going to say it's still little, but anyway.
Oh! You guys really know each other well. See? I told you, that garage was a sex pit.
Where did this turn? Where did we lose this?
So anyway, at the on October 28th, we're having Twisty Chris and the Puddin' Packs as the headliner, along with Boney Fiend and a couple other bands that I'm sorry I don't know right now, but you can go to our website and find that, or actually our Facebook. And Halloween we're celebrating on 10/28 right here in the parking lot, headlining by Twisty Chris and the Puddin' Packs, along with Boney Fiend.
Great food, great beer.
Nice. radio voice. That was awesome.
That's right.
PSA brought to you by Rick. So we're going to take a break so we can fill up our cups, and people out there can fill up their cups, and we'll be back in about 5. And we're back, Beer and Sunshine fans. I don't want to say that somebody out there sucks. I won't mention any names. Schmeischmuck. Doesn't that sound anything like? Anyway, so we have some samples here from
The HOB Brewing Company.
HOB Brewing
downtown
Company.
Dunedin.
I don't know. I don't know. I think maybe because in my head I'm always thinking Dunedin House of Beer, but I should be HOB because
HOB stands for House of Beer.
right.
HOB.
But this is where the brewing happens, and that is the taste room over
That's
there.
correct.
But you said that these are what
Yes.
is flying off the shelf.
They are.
Tried first what?
You tried the you drink the Mango Happy.
I did.
It's the #1
Mango
seller.
Happy is my favorite.
This is our cool cucumber IPA.
So
Shout out to Michael Painter who does the
Yeah.
artwork for
It's
us.
outstanding. Come try it if you haven't.
Comic book.
cool.
He's a comic book artist by trade, and we asked him to do a little work for us, and he did.
That
He
is
did some
cool.
work. So that's the cool cucumber with the little cucumber hanging.
that's nice.
Proceed.
Yes.
Yes.
Now this is our newest core beer. It's called the Lazy Day. LEIZY. It's like a Hawaiian thing. It's got just a hint
Lazy.
of pineapple in it. It makes it a crusher beer. An APA is such a, I think, an underused style. It's such a great style. Probably the best APA out there. We'll give a shout out to the Doble brothers.
Absolutely.
Reef Donkey
Reef
is
Donkey.
phenomenal. I think there's room in that space for another great one, and we wanted one that, again, it's a crusher beer. It's only 5.3%, I believe. You can drink it all day, and it just smacks you in the face. It's just beautiful.
Like that?
Try it.
Okay, so it's APA. It's American Pale Ale.
Yeah, I believe the Dobles refer to that as a Florida Pale Ale.
A Florida
Which
Pale Ale.
makes sense when you take a sip of it. It's just a good for warm weather, like it's a little warm in here tonight.
Should be on a hammock on a beach somewhere with that beer.
Right.
Oh, that's good. That's really good. Too bad you guys can't taste it. If you want to taste it, you got to come down here and taste it. And this is one of your guys' original recipes, right?
Yeah, and it should be at the distributors by the end of the next week. So ask your local watering holes for it.
Yeah, definitely. And this, of
Okay,
course.
this we wanted to do, again, a shout out to a few years ago at the Mahaffey Beer Fest. Greg Rapp has always done a wonderful job with his peanut butter stout. And people line up around the corner. Peanut butter in a beer, it just works. It works in some places, especially in tap houses.
Those are for the people who want to be 4, but drink like an adult. You know, it's like, I love my PB&J,
Yes.
but I want to get drunk. So,
Well, we want to do a little misdirection. Most peanut butter beers you have, they're porters, they're stouts, they're black. You take a sip, you close your eyes, you're going to be surprised. It's a blonde. And it has gone over extremely well. It's hit the streets. It was the first beer we ran out of at that 97X Beer Fest.
you make it sound like it's something illegal when you say that it hit the streets.
Yes.
Right.
It should
I need
be.
some of that peanut butter. I need some of that peanut butter. Let me see. It does smell like peanut butter.
And the nice thing about it is it's not a real heavy beer, so it's not going to weigh you down. A lot of the peanut butter beers are more of a dessert beer, a heavy stout.
Rich.
Wow.
They're very rich. You almost need a fork to drink them.
That is really
this is a
good.
nice light blonde with a light peanut butter flavor. It's not overpowering. And you can have more than one of them and not be weighed down.
No, that is very, very
We've
good.
seen people they'll put a splash of framboise on it, and I swear it's a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
PB&J.
Or it's mixed with mocha, a little bit of chocolate.
Yeah.
It's just a perfect beer cocktail.
We last
that's-
night we were at a Extreme Pizza downtown Clearwater. They have
Yeah, Extreme Pizza.
Yeah, and so someone had the idea, let's throw a little Tanqueray and gin in a shot and drop it in a glass of that.
Cucumber?
Actually, you're right. That was the cucumber. Yeah, my bad. But,
You put that in a cucumber?
Yeah, we did it in the peanut butter first, and that's right. It didn't work.
Oh. No, this is like,
But we did it in the cucumber, and it was fantastic.
this is really real, like, I can taste, like, the peanut, and like you said, I'm used to having the peanut butter in a stout.
Yes, right. And it's, what's the word? Non-hypoallergenic, so if you're allergic to peanuts, you can still drink that.
Right.
Oh my heavens. So anybody that can't have regular peanut butter
Right.
or regular peanut butter stout because of the peanut allergy, so then how do you get the flavor?
The gluten people are still in trouble, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, good.
So how do you get the flavor of the peanut
That's a great question. That's a Caden question. He told me the answer to that once. I
do you-
can't for the
and
life
do you
of me
remember?
Not right now, no.
It's so it's
good
some
news
kind of
is-
extract that's
Yeah.
allergen free.
It doesn't have the bad stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Speaking of extreme pizza, we did a pint last night. Or was that last night? Seems like there's a couple days. We're giving away across Pinellas County and probably some other counties as well as we grow. We'll have pint nights where you can come in. If you buy a HOB beer, you get a free pint glass. And we'll be posting all different places on our Facebook page. And Tara over here, we're going to have her come over and say hi.
Come on, Tara.
She's our,
Yeah, she
you
can
don't
come
have
out.
to list them all. We'll put them on Facebook.
I'll just give you a heads up on a few of the places.
Okay, fine.
Just a few. We'll be
Okay, lean in and speak.
Yeah, here.
so high.
Sarah started with us in
You're good.
2009 at the
What a gentleman.
House of Beer, right? 2010.
Yes.
And she's gone on to work with some different distributors. Now she's back in the fold. She's out pimping our beer and doing a hell of a job. So when you see our beer at another, at your favorite tap house or restaurant or bar, it's probably because of her.
This lady right here.
Thank you again for bringing me back home. Happy to be here. Yeah, we do have a couple. I'm just going to list off a few of the places. Pay attention to them as well. These are big supporters of HOB Brewing. Just a bunch of great businesses in the area. But we'll be at Pint and Brew, Nolan's Pub, Clear Sky, downtown Clearwater, and Taps on Corey. Over the course of September, there's a lot of other events coming up in this month that we will be adding to the calendar. In October, we're going to be at Clear Sky in Dunedin. We'll be showing up at LBC. We'll be back at Extreme Pizza on Clearwater Beach because we had so much fun last night. We've got to
Do it again. Do it again.
And we'll be doing our first beer dinner at the Raven. Good friends of ours
Cool.
as well over there.
Like a
also coming
multi-course
up in,
food and
in
beer
October.
thing?
Yes.
Shout out to Jay and Colleen.
Jay and
Yes.
Colleen.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tara.
So we're gonna try this. This is
This is
a
the one you mentioned earlier. This is the WTF Stout for the 97X Beer Fest. We, as part of the beers we had, they also do a special event beer, and we had a firkin of this treated with pink peppercorn and orange peel. And it was neat to watch. I smashed the firkin, opened the taps, and we just kept them open as the line came through, and
it was
till it was
gone.
gone.
Yeah.
It was a line from the time I tapped it to the last pour. Everybody
wow.
got it.
This is like, I mean, I've had these where there's been a hint of chocolate or coffee or a nutty flavor, but this is all just
Derived from the malts. Yeah.
Real smooth, again,
Yeah.
very balanced. Thanks to Caden. That's a good job.
he really is like a genius.
Yes.
You don't tell him that though, do you?
No, you know what? You can because he doesn't have an ego. You know,
No.
He's such a
He really
grounded
is,
guy.
yep.
You know, someone who'll just take a Scotch Brite and clean everything stainless for 3 months. You know, doesn't have an ego. I think. So
No.
that's-
He's
I
a
don't
really
mind
good guy.
telling him that when he does well because of that. I've met a lot of brewers that are, you know, they're a little. We don't have to go into that.
Eccentric.
Their heads are a little.
But I mean, as a brewery, by far, I mean, I'm a novice home brewer at best. I think Rick will probably say the same.
You are a novice at best.
See, he did say the
And
same.
so am I.
But how critical having a good head brewer is to your operation. And I think for the longest time they weren't. They were kind of far down on the totem pole, and such an important component they are. So it's good to see a kid, like call him a kid because he's a lot younger than us, but it's good to see a kid like him rise to the occasion, being recognized, and just getting a reputation for being one of the area's best.
And he throws me off too when I see him because I'm so used to, like a lot of the other places we've been, a lot of the master brewers have this big, long,
Yeah, he's working on it.
scraggly
He's working
beard.
on it.
Is he working on
He's
his
working
beard?
on
I remember saying to him
very
before, like, he's got to work on that beard because most of them have the beard. But he's only like, what, 20-something?
26.
26.
We should have had a cardboard cutout of him.
should have.
Yeah.
Talking about him so much.
I know.
Yeah.
We'll have to get one of those.
Yeah, we
His
will.
ears are probably burning right now. He'll get here as we're done.
Yeah, I'm
you
sure
know.
they'll watch. So.
Right after you say cut. Yeah.
No, but I mean his stuff is amazing, and I mean I've tasted beer from different brewers and different breweries, and you really have to have a passion and a knack for it. It's not I mean, I know they have a brewery school,
Right.
but some people it's just there.
There's a big part of it that can't be taught.
Yes.
You just have to have it intrinsically. And what's great is now he's bringing people in under him, and he's training them. So now we're getting new
Oh,
blood,
nice.
you know,
So
new younger blood.
he's your master brewer.
Head brewer, yeah.
And do you have anybody else that brews with
We do.
him?
Absolutely, we have several.
James Hounshell, Corey, Cortland Kane, Corey Kane,
Corey, yeah, everyone knows.
and Abby. Abby.
Abby also.
So we got a nice brew team working
Yeah.
in here. So
And Abby's a lady, right?
She is.
Yes.
She
And
is.
I think it's great too, because I mean, years ago, when people were brewing, I mean, years ago, way before our time, it was women that actually brewed beer, and I think it's great to see more women actually getting back into doing this. It's not just a man thing. I mean, women can get into this too, right?
Right, and Dunedin's a good example of that. We have Eunice over here at Woodwright.
Mm-hmm.
She's the head brewer. We got
Seven Sun had,
Seven Sun, yeah. Devin and
I know our friend Holly helps Dave a little bit over at Caledonia. So
yeah, Dunedin's definitely representing in the female aspect, which is good.
And speaking of Seventh Son, they just opened another place in Tampa, did they
over
not?
there in what's the town or area called?
it's over the Seminole Heights.
Seminole
I
Heights.
haven't been to it yet.
Yeah.
Heard good things about it.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be.
Well, and I mean, in order for them to do that, obviously they have a good following,
Yeah.
and their beer is good, or else you wouldn't be able to open somewhere else. Now, speaking of good beer and good breweries, you have this place here, you have Palm Harbor, and then I think there might be something in the works.
Well, we have Palm Harbor and Gainesville, which we opened with a partner in 2010 in Palm Harbor, 2011 Gainesville. I went to college there. Two guys I went to college with, and Rick, we opened there. I was up there today, by the way. We had arranged for 7 barrels of beer to be delivered. Over a literal ton of our beer was delivered to Gainesville today. So it's the only
ton of
place in
beer.
Gainesville where you can get the HOB beer.
All right.
So we got our beer.
So where is that?
That's right on University Avenue.
The 100 block of University.
Yeah, right in the heart of downtown. So it's a great stop if you're ever up there for a game or whatever. So yeah, but those we got out of. Those are just franchises now, so we can focus on what we're doing down here. Growing the brewery, distribution, and yes, we are working on a project in Clearwater.
We're
Okay.
seeing downtown Clearwater being like what Dunedin was a decade or so ago.
It's a bigger canvas, don't you think?
It's a bigger canvas, and there's so many people down there. I feel, based on the beer event we had on May 20th, people that want to have a place, destination to go on Cleveland Street. So we see that. We want to be part of that. We're going to be part of that, I think.
We're going to turn the perception of that town. Clear Sky started on one end. We're going to anchor the other. We've already talked to a couple other breweries about coming in. I think if you look back 2-3 years from now, Clearwater is going to look like a completely different
Well,
animal.
I mean, and I've said it too, it's like, everybody talks about Clearwater Beach as a great destination.
Yeah,
But then
just
if
sit
you
on the bridge for a
yeah,
half an hour.
yeah, and then if you want to go somewhere to have a nice beer, you got to leave.
Right.
So it's nice to
It's
have.
improving. It's definitely improving. There's
but it's
tap
nice.
houses now, and-
It's
yeah.
nice to have good breweries
Right.
and good beer represented in Clearwater, so that you keep. I mean, it does business for them as well, because they're going to stay there and have the beer. They're going to stay there and eat. They're going to stay
Not
there
only
and
that,
shop.
but there's so much residential right in the downtown area. The Nolan just opened up. It's like 300, I think, condos. There's a big, they call it the skeleton because it's a big shell right now, but that's going to be filled in a couple years. And there's a lot of people that can walk, bike.
And they work downtown.
They work downtown,
You are a
live downtown.
10-minute bike ride from right here.
Yeah.
Right on the trail, straight shot. So I think we can. And then plus that the
I'm gonna have to learn how to ride a flipping bike now. Jeez, I haven't ridden a bike for. They
Training
always
wheels.
listen. They always say that you never forget, but I've seen me on a bike. It's
Get a
it's not
three-wheel
pretty.
bike.
Yeah, 3-wheel bike.
with the basket.
Little electric
ding, ding,
motor on
ding,
it.
ding. Yeah, I should
Push
get.
a little button.
I should
But
get
they've
that.
got the boat shuttle that goes from the mainland in Clearwater to Clearwater Beach, and starting next month, it'll be picking up and dropping off in Dunedin. So you got Dunedin,
Oh, wow.
downtown, and the beach.
So that's the boat shuttle,
It's-
as well
yes,
as, and
little
then
ferry.
there's a trolley that does that too. And then you were talking about, all of the new building and properties in Clearwater, but I noticed too, there's all kinds of businesses back here and apartments. Do you think that's going to help boost?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, there's no more land here, so what you're having to do is tear down an old
Exactly.
warehouse and build like this project behind us. It looks beautiful. There's I forget how many thousand square feet of retail, but 65 apartment
Yeah.
right there.
65 luxury apartments, I think like 10 or 20,000 square feet of retail.
150 parking spots, public.
Right. So.
And if
it's
they
gonna
want,
be a
and,
great addition.
and if they want good beer, they just gotta
Right
step
here.
across the bike trail.
They're not going to have any choice. They're going to smell it, waft it
Yes,
over
exactly. I know. I can smell it too. You said you were brewing the amber ale in here
Right.
recently, right? So
Always smells good on brew day, doesn't it?
yeah, it does.
Oh.
It smells good.
Every day's a brew day.
So you know what? This has been fantastic. Do you want to point out again your events that are coming up before we say goodbye?
Yes, please. Thank you. Oktoberfest in Dunedin, Highlander Park, the Community Center, September 23 and 4. The following weekend, downtown Clearwater, the Super Powerboat races. That event will be going on all weekend. The week after that, Oktoberfest, Coachman Park, downtown Clearwater, October 6, 7, 8. All events are family friendly, free admission, great craft beer, food, entertainment.
Yeah, and for a lot of people that don't know about downtown Clearwater, there is tons of free parking on the weekends down there.
Nice.
All the parking garages are free. Coachman
So there's no
Park,
excuse.
Yeah, Coachman Park has a whole ton of
Street parking's free.
Street parking's free, so if there's ever an event in downtown Clearwater, you can park there. Or hop the trolley, soon the ferry, take an Uber, take a Lyft, just get there safe, get home safe.
Yes. All right. So thank you so much,
Pleasure's always mine.
Rick. Oh, I touched you. I touched you. And as always, I am Christina. Thank you for watching Beer and Sunshine. Thank you. And make sure you come down and visit these guys at Dunedin House of Beer and check them out. Woo!
Beer and Sunshine!
It's been a rough work day. The boss is busting your ass. All you can think of is a nice cold glass of beer and sunshine. Life can get you down, but you can take all the licks. Nothing in this world out of beer and sunshine cannot fizz. So it's a beautiful day for some beach in a tan. Grab a few friends, put your feet in the sand with some beer and sunshine. Oh, oh, beer and sunshine. Yeah, beer and sunshine.